All right, so this is a suggestion via a channel member. Let's jump into it.
Violent attacks against ICE agents reaching dangerous heights this year. The latest attempt happening in Maryland this Christmas Eve.
The ICE agents were conducting a detail. They approached a white van. That van attempted to run agents over. Then ICE agents fired at that vehicle. That vehicle accelerated, coming to rest behind me in a wooded area behind these homes.
Okay, so it sounds like they were struck. If the vehicle then accelerated after shots were fired and then they pulled over in some meaningful manner, then it definitely looks like the people that were trying to utilize their vehicle as a deadly weapon specifically were absolutely struck.
That incident prompted the agents to fire their weapons in self-defense. DHS says the
Of course,
driver and
it's
the
fine.
passenger of the van are both in the country illegally. The driver, who is from Portugal, had overstayed a visa that expired back in 2009. Let's bring in Deputy ICE Director Madison Sheehan. Madison, good morning.
Bro, wait, Portugal? Why would you even how wait, I'm guessing a tourist visa specifically? Like, why would you be illegal coming from Portugal? That almost doesn't make any sense because America basically gives that away. Portugal, Spain, Italy, Europe in general? Are you crazy? Like, you had all of the overall leeway to kind of make sure you were going to be good because you're coming from a place that is not generally at war or massively impoverished, or the culture is not that drastically different from American society and things like that. So what did you? Oh, you are an idiot, sir. I want to go ahead and call you that immediately. Right? Yeah, Portugal is to the left of Spain.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you. I want to put on the screen for our
That's
audience the
crazy.
number of vehicular attacks against federal agents. The numbers are
Bro,
eye-popping.
bro played
Up
himself.
58% against Customs and Border Protection agents. Against ICE agents, up 1,300%.
Yes.
Staggering numbers there on your screen. So what's your reaction to those numbers and any update on the incident in Maryland?
I'm gonna go back to these
Well,
numbers,
we've
guys.
seen an increase in threats against our ICE officers. These are historic
Mhm.
numbers that we've seen of people wanting to make threats against our officers, and our officers being in situations where people are using vehicles and weapons to attack them. You know, ICE officers go out every single day and enforce immigration law as
Mhm.
it's written. We're going out and
They're
doing
doing
our
it
jobs. And
now.
when people interfere with that and cause harm to federal officers, that's a real problem for our officers. And it not only puts our officers in a horrible situation and put them at risk, but it also puts the aliens at risk when we're going out to conduct law enforcement efforts.
The driver from Portugal had overstayed a visa since 2009, 16 years. Does that surprise you?
Okay, so he had a visa. Like, so he had it. He just was like, I'm not going home. That's basically what he said.
No, it does not. What we've seen is that the Biden administration for years did not enforce the law. President Trump and Secretary Noem have
Right.
allowed
You're
us to
right.
go out and do our jobs. And as we continue to issue final orders of removal, we also know that we have about 1.5 million people on final orders of removal that need to leave this country. And
Mm.
they can use the CBP Home app to do so, or they can be encountered by ICE and be arrested by ICE officers. We are going to enforce the law. We're going to go after the worst of the worst as well. We're going to go arrest gang members, murderers, and rapists. And that's what our officers do every day. They keep the American people safer
Right.
every day that they're out on the streets.
No complaints.
A coalition of migrant truckers is suing the California DMV, saying the upcoming revocation of commercial driver's licenses threatens their livelihood and will upend the economy. From the lawsuit, quote, the sudden loss of their ability to work threatens not only their livelihoods, but also the stability of our supply chains and services on which the public depends. What's your reaction to that?
The bottom part is
Well, look, the
important.
bottom line is that these aliens should have never received a commercial driver's license in the first place. You've heard Secretary Duffy and Secretary Noem go out and tell these stories of one too many people that have been killed from alien crime, especially when these people are driving these massive trucks down the highways and wreaking havoc on the American people. These are jobs that Americans have worked very hard to have for years. And states like California have neglected that and given these driver's license to people who should have never received them in the first place, who never had the training and can't speak English or read our signs on our roads, creating a very dangerous situation for your family and mine.
The California DMV says it doesn't comment on pending legislation, forgive me, litigation. How do you expect this to play out?
Well, look, we don't comment on ongoing litigation either, but what I can say is that we need to make sure we're enforcing law. We need to make sure people that are trained to drive these trucks are out on the road doing so, and people that are not trained to do this are not on the roads. It's a pretty simple concept for us to be able to go out and enforce the law. And President Trump and Secretary Noem have allowed the men and women of ICE to do that, and will continue to do that and go into major cities and work with state and locals to go after these drivers who shouldn't be on the road in the first place. Many of whom have convictions outside of them driving these CDL trucks. We've arrested known terrorists who are moving goods throughout the country. We've arrested people with other crimes as well, and we'll continue to go after those people as well.
And a number of these folks have been involved in deadly crashes. One would think that might have an impact as well.
Absolutely does. We've seen this in states like Florida, and Governor DeSantis has stepped up. We've seen this in Oklahoma, and Governor Stitt has stepped up. Governor Braun in Indiana. We have these fantastic partnerships nationwide to allow us to enforce the law on the major highways in partnership with Secretary Duffy's
Guys,
team. And Secretary Noem has gone out and
guys, you
really
got to stop
taken the
showing me this
forefront of this
footage.
issue to make sure that the
I don't
people
want to
who
see
are out
that.
on our roads are
Jeez,
driving
dude,
legally
look at this.
and with the proper licensing as well.
Okay, guys, okay, hold on. I kind of want to go back for a second here because we have to kind of understand the point here. Like I see this and I say, bro, like I think anyone that would see this is going to be absolutely shocked and appalled that this is happening. But understand this here, like right before this, compared to 2024, Biden, right? Like what was ICE doing during that time? Nothing, guys. They were basically doing nothing because they basically couldn't do it. You understand what I'm saying here, guys? They were basically cocked for the most part here, guys. They couldn't do nothing but sit and watch things. All right, that's it here. Attacks against CBP agents. Also, again, we saw the footage of the agents specifically just standing there helping people cross over and saying, "Hey, welcome to the United States of America," basically. Right, that's what they were doing here. So I think we need to kind of understand the context of these numbers and not completely get things blown out of proportion. Because I see it here. Obviously, attacks are attacks and they shouldn't be happening. But there was nothing going on, right? Like, so, I mean, of course, everything is up because now ICE and CBP are now also now super active and everything is being recorded. Basically, and because it's being recorded the way it's being recorded, it's inciting legitimately the left and all of like Antifa and all these other groups of like super lefty, emotional angry people with the septum piercings and things, right? So they see this and they're just like, oh my god, this is happening, this hurts my feelings, right? I don't care about America, really, truthfully. So let me go out and do some absolute heinous activities and behaviors specifically against federal agents. That's it, guys. They weren't out there, they were not there. Now they are. So I see the numbers. I don't want to see one, right? But just understand this here. A lot of this is contextual, specifically. I do think that this is, and that's the actual context that, for some reason, every time I see this stat, they never point out. They just say, "Look at how crazy this is." It's crazy, but give context, right? That's it. That's my point here. And again, just to kind of reiterate the point of the like immigrant drivers, there seems to be like another odd scenario here. Is it every single migrant, or is it just the illegal immigrants that have come into the country and they're under like the guise of asylum currently? Are these the ones who are basically getting their CDLs taken, or are we talking about people that have immigrated legally who got their CDL and they're also getting their things taken? Because that is a different scenario almost entirely. And we seem to be conflating them and kind of lumping everything into kind of one group instead of kind of allowing this to be explained fully, if that makes any sense here, guys. I mean, that's one thing that I think we need to kind of seriously kind of understand. Like a legal immigrant, what's the problem? They're legal, right? But I do think kind of by default, there needs to be, specifically for a CDL at least, there needs to be a written English test. We need to make sure you fully comprehend it, enough to be able to basically drive on the road successfully, and you go for like driving lessons and adequate driving tests, and you can't pay the instructor just to basically allow you to get your your license as fast as humanly possible, like they were doing in New Jersey, guys. Right? So just understand this. There are a couple of issues, and these are the issues I specifically have with the scenario. Um, we need to kind of understand that not every single migrant is illegal, and not every single migrant has no like understanding of the English language. So we need to figure this out immediately. But if we're just talking about California, I can imagine how California is just giving licenses to people. I'm just gonna be honest here. I can imagine how they're like, "Oh no, I feel bad. Let me go ahead and give someone, access to an 80,000 pound vehicle that's driving down the highway over speed because these things are moving fast on the highway for no reason." All right. So just understand this here. These are my concerns. These are my complaints, basically. Um. So let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Unreasonable people who think illegal is okay. Okay. Right. No reason. Yeah. But what's funny is that there are a crazy amount of people who seem to be like immigrants, ew, and I'm like, why? I don't understand. I don't get it. Right. Um, they're legal. They did everything right in their country to get approved to live here in our country, and they did it legally. This is a completely different argument here, guys. Right. But the ones who broke into our country, bro, I have no remorse for these people. None. I'm sorry. I will never back a criminal like that. I can't. Like out loud in my head, I'm just like, you're kind of illegal. Right? So what am I supposed to say? Like you're in the country illegally, right? Like you took the spot of someone else that was basically trying to come into the country legally, guys, right? Um, yeah, like listen, bro, my wife is from Spain, right? I immigrated her into the United States of America along with my son that was born in Spain. I immigrated into Spain along with South Korea, guys. What do you mean, guys? Right? Like, I mean, just do it legally. I get it; it's not cheap. But if you've been in this country illegally, like the guy from Portugal, I think in a different video here, since 2009, all right, you came to this country illegally, or well, with like a tourist visa, and then you decided to stay. Listen, bro, at any time you could have done what's called a change of status. I understand it's $4,500 depending on the state you're in to up to about $6,000. That's the cost of it. You've been in this country since 2009. You could have changed your status and become legal. You didn't. And I'm supposed to feel bad for you, bro. Oh, this lady, I don't know, been in America since I don't know, 1980. Been in the country illegally, but now she's like 60 and she hasn't been in her home country in 40 years, 40 plus years. I get it. I hear you. But what am I supposed to say to that, bro? You've been here in the country illegally for 40 years and you couldn't get a change of service? You couldn't like a change of status? Nah, guys. No. I'm sorry. I can't do it, bro. Listen, I'm broken. I must be. All right. I'm evil. One of the two. I get called evil all the time because I just won't adhere to the nonsense. Mhm. Right. I don't see, and like my wife. So my wife, literally, like generally, um, has a because she speaks Spanish, right? Like natively, she speaks Spanish. She is from the south of Spain, right? Um, and the interesting part is she walks around, no problem, and she's like, "Bro," no, she doesn't call me bro. I'm sorry, that's my lingo, not hers, right? But just understand this here. Um, she's even like, "Just do it legally. Just do it legally. Just do it like you can't like your first act in your brand new host country should not be an illegal one because that sets a precedent specifically for how you're going to basically maintain yourself within the country. Your first act in your brand new host country is an illegal one. Okay, what's the trajectory for you? All right. These are the type of conversations her and I have kind of often, right? She kind of sparks it. But either way. Mhm. So your husband is from England through immigration. Yeah, like England and that's the thing. Like the guy from Portugal, England is super easy. Okay, like when I hear people that are like, "Oh, they've been in the country for I don't know 15 years and they're illegal," and they're from like the UK, and I'm like, "Huh? Like, what are you? Did you? Are you purposefully trying to be an idiot? Is that what he is really? Or like Germany? right? Like illegal people that have been in the country for many years and are from like Germany or literally any country in Europe, and it's just like, are you crazy? Why are you here illegally? Like you want to have a hard life. The guy from Portugal, he wanted to have a hard life, bro. That's it. He just wanted to. I think so, bro. He had to. He was like, listen, I want my life to be as hard as it possibly can. I'm in a race to have a hard life. You crazy, bro? Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies, and I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings, and we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry. Right? Listen, like and subscribe.